Speaking of momentum,
Yep.
Premier League title race.
I love it.
The Premier League title race. Manchester City, we said we'll wait this week. Obviously, they've just beat Burnley a couple hours ago, 1-0 to go top of the table after Arsenal have spent, if I'm not mistaken, about 26 weeks at the top of the table, 26 match weeks or something like that at the top of the table. Obviously, City, they got the same. City are ahead on goals difference on goals scored, but they're both plus 37, if I'm not mistaken. And they're both heading into the final 5 games, both in a cup competition. City got FA Cup this weekend. Arsenal got Champions League next week. I mean, since it's your team, before Dej gets on his spiel, Jacob, do you believe you guys can still win the league?
It's over. It's over.
Because Jacob's been one of the Arsenal fans that's been confident for a long time.
It's over now. Do you know what? It's the hope that will kill you. But this time, I don't know what Arsenal won. I really don't know what we won. When we lost the game to Bournemouth, the day I tore my Achilles, actually, funny enough, I looked and said, it might be done now. But, you know, we could go Man City, get a draw. But it's over, man. The football has caught up to us. I say the football. The no football that we're playing has caught up to us because we now just look lost out there. We look lost out there. Arteta don't look like he's making any timely subs. The substitutions he's making feel wrong. We have so many injuries, and the people that are meant to be our key players are playing bad at the wrong time. Do you get what I mean? Gabriel's been bad since he come back from international duty, respectfully.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, international duty, he didn't even play.
Exactly. So I don't know what happened to him, but, you know, hey. So, yeah, it doesn't look good right now. Hopefully we can pick up some results. I see City drawing or losing. Their running is harder on paper than ours. And if they play the way they played today against those other teams, they will lose a game. Do you get what I mean? City are vulnerable still. I don't trust City, but what City have that Arsenal don't have is 1, 2, 3 players that can win a game by themselves. That's the difference. At any given day, Shirky can win a game. Haaland can win a game. Semenyo can win a game. Doku can win a game. Do you get what I mean? Any given day. Arsenal haven't got that. We got Eze, love him as a football player, but I don't think he's a player that can win you a football match right now. I think earlier in the season he could. If we're playing Tottenham, Eze can win you a game. Do you get what I mean?
Sorry to cut you off. In the City game, Arteta shouldn't have taken off Eze.
No, this is what I said. Questionable subs.
He was threatening, or he was the one that was trying to do something.
100%. I think he's our most creative player.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? And I feel like he's the one that's gonna make a difference and he's gonna win the game. But I almost feel like them boys at Man City, you can see that they can win the game. You just don't know if Eze is gonna win this game today. If he's on, he's on. But if he's not on, he's not on. Shirky seems on every week. Do you get what I mean? And City's style allows him to be on. Arsenal's style of football does not allow him to be on right now. We're playing a very defensive style of football. We're playing for set pieces. We're still in that mode. Let's try and win these games 1-0. Well, we can't win games 1-0 anymore because this could go down to goal difference. We need to score.
This City game, though, that was of your recent games, approach-wise, that was probably Arteta's not most attacking approach, but most refreshing in the most recent games, because you guys had chances,
because he knew
City were there not there for the taking, but you guys had chances to not win, to not lose a match as well. Like, you could have taken the leads, Havertz his initial 1-on-1, and then late opportunity to equalize late in the game as well with the header. Eze hitting the post, obviously that's just more individual brilliance. Do you know what I mean? But
yeah,
and that's why Eze should have stayed on, because he's the only one that looked like could do something like that for you guys. Like Ødegaard, I don't know how he wasn't subbed off.
Well, I'm still wondering how he wasn't subbed off. But I'm not the manager of Arsenal. Arteta is, so it's his decision. And hey, you live and die by the decisions. If we do not win anything, you died by that decision you made. So you will be out the door come the end of the season. Bring in Xabi Alonso. I'll be happy. I'll see some good football again. And if we don't win, at least I see good football. This is my thing. If we're not gonna win anything, I need to see good football. If we're gonna come second every year, let's come second in style. Let's not come second the worst type of way possible. So
this will be bad.
So look,
me personally, I think obviously Deji will watch for yours. Me personally, I think you guys. I've had you guys winning the league, but like we've just spoke on, momentum is all in City's direction. They've got the harder running, but they've got the momentum, and a few of their players have been here exactly. Their manager has more than been here. Like you could tell early on in the season, or most of the season, Pep looked disinterested, and then as you guys were not, you guys had a good gap. Yeah, Pep's just Pep. Now it's like you lot fumbling has given Pep a buzz in his step. Like, oh shit. Because arguably, if Man City win the league, he can call this his best Premier League title. Because it's not his strongest squad in comparison to the squads that he's had to win the Premier League in recent years and stuff like that. Me personally, I think given the run-ins, I do think City are going to drop points. And not scoring enough against Burnley, because I always thought the game was going to be tight anyway, even though Burnley got relegated from that game. City had bags of chances from what I saw, even though I didn't watch the game, I saw like clips and stuff to score, because they're actually stupid high from that game as well. But I think if I was saying it to my boys on the phone last week before the game, obviously you guys will go into the City game just trying to go with the approach to win, but if they got a draw, it would have been a fantastic result. And then when the likes of, say, Saka and Timber come back, even though I don't know when they're coming back, if you guys can just stay with City and say they're back next week, because I think I read something yesterday that one of them should be back within this week or something like that, then you're cutting edge. Like, I saw a stat yesterday, I think 73% or something like that of the games Saka's played, Arsenal have won. Whereas it's like Arsenal's win percentage without him is like 46% or something like that. I think just under 50%. And I was like, even though Saka's not had a good season and the injuries have caught up to him like the last 18 months or whatever, his presence alone is a lot for Arsenal. And you can see that like when the replacements are playing and stuff like that. Like Saka might not have a good game, but boy, you guys will just still manage to grab a win or something. So I just think is how Arsenal navigate the Champions League ties in between, because they're in it to win it. Like they're in the semi-final. My boys are like, let's go, blah, blah, blah. I was like, bro, it's a cup competition. We've seen it many times in Champions League. Just before the game, they could just say Alvarez is out. And then boom.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So like PSG are sweating to see if Nuno Mendes is going to be back for the Bayern Munich game. I've not seen their lineup tonight, so maybe he might be. But things like that, like PSG will be favourites for the whole competition. But if the best fullback in the world ain't playing, and the way Bayern are playing, it's like, bro, cup competition, boom, they could just knock you out quickly like that. So I just think for Arsenal, it's how they navigate that, the Champions League games in between, and then go on from there. But brother Dej, I've rambled on that. I know you. As soon as we started the topic, you were laughing with a bit of a Vegeta laugh.
No. Do you know what? What I have to say about this isn't even going to be that long. You know, I just think what's happened up to this point, because I think we all had Arsenal to win anyway. But I think what's happened up to this point is just a mismanagement of the squad that he's had in it. And I'm not talking about like a great mismanagement. I'm just talking about like just a small acute mismanagement, because I think that with Saka, being like the focal point for a couple of years, we've always said that he needed to rest more. And just the fact that he needed the rest last season and the season before that, this accumulation of overplaying, has come to hurt him in this crucial time. That's what I think anyway, because his injury is Achilles as well, isn't it?
I believe so. No, it hasn't been
But
exposed as.
it's not like an Achilles tear.
Yeah.
It's just a tight one.
Yeah.
That could be if you push it too much.
Do you know what I mean? So if you played a few more games that you shouldn't have been playing in the first place, Achilles.
Yep.
So, and there's that mismanagement. That's number one. Number two, Eze. I believe that Eze needed more of a confidence boost from Arteta, to go out and flourish a bit more. Because there are times when you can see that Eze wanted to do a bit more, but Arteta didn't want to. Should I say Arteta didn't want to use him like that, or Arteta didn't trust him to do those things?
Yeah, you could say that. You could say that 100%.
So that's just what me looking from the outside. That's what it seems like, innit? Like he wants to create more, but because he's at Arsenal, maybe he doesn't want to do too much. But Arteta needs to give him that confidence to be like, no, we got you for this reason to go and do this. Because you've been at Palace, being star man at Palace, but now we need you to do that over here with more refined players that can do that on a regular basis.
Just before you continue, on that particular point, like, again, on the phone conversation with my boys, they were like, oh, look at Shirky, for instance. Like, you can tell he pisses Pep off, but because of his brilliance, like, Pep just has to let certain things slide. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Or somewhat Mavericks in teams. Sometimes I said I agree with what you said on Eze, but the slight tweak I'd say to this, I said it in one of my chats a couple months ago. I was like, for me, I'm not saying he doesn't, but Eze needs to seem like he wants it more. Sometimes I think players with individual brilliance, they need to disobey their manager. Not obviously, but you show what you can really do because you have that ability. For instance, Eze does have the ability to pull off certain things. The likes of Shirky does, like, it's not coaching things. It's like, I'm going to go win you the game because I have this ability. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like maybe it's because the way Arteta manages the squad, he gives off like a dictator vibe. So like, he seems like he selectively signs these players that he's not going to get any pushback from any lashback. But yeah, go on. I just wanted to add that 2 pence.
Yeah. So that's number two. Number three is the over-reliance, on Martin Ødegaard, because when he was injured, you guys were like,
football.
you were fine. And fair enough, he's your captain, fair enough, he does all that captain duty, blah blah blah. But you can tell that if you put this guy in certain matches, it's going to be disruptive in a negative way. Because sometimes I feel like he slows the game down, where instead of getting the ball out quick to Martinelli, because Martinelli, he's a disruptor, whether we like it or not. Because nobody knows what he's thinking.
Not even him.
But it works.
Sometimes, but I get what you're saying.
But that disruptiveness, like Darwin Núñez had when last season.
Yeah.
Like that kind of disruptiveness, like you needed that as well sometimes. But I feel like he's kind of not Ødegaard's taking that away from Martinelli, but Arteta's kind of taking that away from Martinelli as well, because he's gone through like some sort of confidence decline as well.
I think do you know what? I think they all have.
Yeah. Then
you can see it.
What number was I on? That was 3. Number 4, is Gyökeres, mismanagement of Gyökeres, I actually think that he's better than what you guys have allowed him to be.
Right.
Because I do think he showed glimpses of, all right, being the number 9. But then I feel like he's trying to do a bit more than just be a number 9. Which I feel like you lot don't need that right now. You lot just need a number 9 to be a number 9, which is what you lot have been crying about for the past 2 seasons.
But Arteta's making him do more than he needs to do. I feel like, when he's got him running channels, he's got him doing this stuff. Half the time I'm seeing Gyökeres on the ball, he's not in a position to score a goal.
Yeah, and it's like, what are you even doing there?
Yeah, but
this is someone else's position right now.
If we wanted that type of 9, we should have signed Isak. but we went and got Gyökeres to be a different type of 9. So that's why the signings. Hey, carry on, Dej.
And so that was number 4.
5.
Number 5 now, yeah. This just encapsulates the whole thing. Arteta's press conferences. So now, the City match in particular. I only want to talk about was it the post-Champions League press conference when he said he's going to bring the fire anyway? You see this fire that he's talking about, yeah? You needed this fire, yeah, when you lot was 12 points up, yeah, and you need to finish everything.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not like, back to your study about momentum, there's no time to rest, fam.
Especially when
you need to kill it off.
When you've got a pep team potentially chasing you.
When your dad is chasing you.
Mm-hmm.
when
Literally.
when your father is chasing you.
Mm-hmm.
You know when the dad is playing with their son, they're not going to expend all their energy trying to chase. They'll know exactly when to run and they'll catch the son.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what's happened now. But there's 5 games left, and hopefully they can learn that, okay, fair enough, people were saying corners. Bro, score how you want to score in it. I don't really care. Because if we was number 1 scorers, so?
But we don't score enough, though.
Now
the set piece one anyway. Now that you lot ain't scoring,
teams are starting to handle your set pieces a bit better, which is now showing on the footballing side.
Oh no, but the footballing side was terrible in the first place, though. That's the thing. Everyone
it's further exposing it because you're not scoring as much. Do you know what I mean?
Of course.
But now it's just this 5 games now, it's just a dogfight. But I think what makes it a bit worse for you guys got Champions League as well, which you're also in, which doesn't really help the situation.
You've got to go for it. Like
you just have to now. You're
here now. You have to get all your swords out for all things. Do you know what is, yeah? Another thing I was saying is like, obviously, a lot of people, as a United fan, I don't want Arsenal to win, but I think as a fan of football and as a fan of the sport, and I'm tired of City's dominance, like, even though they didn't win it last season, I think that's not what swayed me to wanting Arsenal to win, but Arsenal were building the team to win it. So I thought, all right, cool. Not that I thought the signings were special. I just thought the squad depth helped because that's where they were lacking the last couple of years.
Number 6, the failure to use the squad effectively as well. Sorry to even cut you off, Joe.
No, that's a good point because
I believe your squad is good enough. I really believe your squad is good enough, bro.
The squad looked good enough, but then you start deep in what's going on, and then you can't have Madueke and Martinelli playing the same team at the same time. You got 2 of the same man that like to run, that don't know where the lines are on the football pitch. That's the problem. You got 2 of them, man. So you can't have them both playing at the same time. You got Eze and Ødegaard. Arteta makes them play very similar styles. They're not similar players, but Arteta makes them play very similar styles of play. Eze is a completely different player. You then have Ødegaard as your backup to Declan Rice or Zubimendi. Ødegaard's played in total 45 minutes this season in the Premier League. I'll be real.
I think he should have used him more.
Yeah.
He should have, but he wanted to run everyone into the ground. Timber. I've just started seeing Ben White recently. I didn't know Ben White was still kicking ball.
I started seeing Ben White. He should have used him more as well. Like, you see these backup people, he should have used them way more than what he has done. Because these backup people, they're not backup for when the guy goes down. No, you need to keep them. You need to keep them in the game.
This is the thing.
So like when it's time to call upon them, it's like nothing really changes in the squad.
No, but the B team, and I'm going to call them the B team respectfully, it looks like there's a massive drop-off. You see, like when City make subs, you're like, oh my God, this brother's coming on. Oh my God. Do you get what I mean? City makes subs and your head is still hurting. Arsenal make subs and you see a man that's about to run off the pitch. You see a man that can't defend. You see a man that can't pass the ball 5 yards. This is the problem. Arteta signed man that he likes in life. He didn't sign good football players. He moves like he's a youth team coach. Like he just needs to control everyone. He needs to be a manager where you like the Shirkies. He needs people to disobey, defy him. but he just signs man that just follow his regime. As someone always said before, we spoke about it, but everyone else was too nice. They're all married. There's no man that gonna go out at night and do the wrong things. This is the thing. That's what you need. Sometimes
Every
you
squad
need
needs
that.
a John Terry.
No, maybe not that far, but you know.
Aye.
Ryan Giggs.
He's one of Deji, you've just named two of the most winningest captains in the Premier League.
Bro.
But you need that. You do need. You're right in saying that. You do need something different about you, because you know in the Man City's change room there's difference makers. There's madmen. They might not be madmen, but they had Grealish. We knew he was a madman. Do you get what I mean? They had him. Shirky just, he just loves the game, his style. Pep is a madman. I saw Pep talking to himself in a video the other day.
I saw that video.
Into the air. Yeah.
Hey, what?
Pep's a madman. Like, you need the people that love the game deeply like that. Crazy. You need them to win. But we don't have that. I can see it. I
think Arteta's got his own version. And I feel like a lot of the stuff that has come out, say like the TikTok or when they were doing the pencil thing in training, me personally, I don't have a problem with that, because one, they show you what they want to show you. Because people are like, oh, we need to see another side. I'm like, bro, like, you're not going to see everything. You're not going to see the full picture. And I feel like training sessions from back in the day when I played football anyway, I needed something different to keep me engaged as well. And I think like Arteta's in a space where he's just trying different methods, because no one, maybe one or two people in the team have been in this position. Everyone else hasn't. And as I was saying, going back before Dej made point number 6, this is where, like, and we see it in other sports, when a team or a superstar player is trying to win. Like, I think as a sporting fan, I'm actually enjoying this Arsenal process and to see if they make it over the line in either the league or Champions League. Preferably for you guys, I'm guessing the league, because, do you know what I mean? Even though you've never won Champions League, conversation for another day. But in this particular, because of how many seasons in a row you finish second, it's going to be a crazy amount. And the fact that you guys have basically had this in the palm of your hands, and if you're then to lose it with how your top players are becoming mature and becoming the best players or challenging for the best players in their particular positions, I feel like this is a make or break for Arsenal, for a few of their players. It's either if you guys win it, I think that's when the footballing side really needs to be focused on. But if you guys don't win it, I think it's going to break your squad, because
If we
they've
don't win
been
it,
there
I guess
too
we're not
many
gonna be the manager.
times. And this, even the ones I've recently signed contracts over the years, they might just think, bro, F this, we can't do this with this guy. Especially if I'm not saying Arsenal should sack Arteta if they don't win it, but the players might think that. Because we've
No,
seen
there'll be
in
changes.
multiple...
There'll be changes. If we don't win this year, there'll be changes. There's no more this. You can't rely on what we're relying on and get nowhere, because at this point we're just doing the same thing over and over again with no different results. And what's that a sign of, people? Madness. So if you're a mad person, and I know the Arsenal owner isn't, because guess what? He wins in every other sport. We've seen that. He made changes in every other sport. The Denver Nuggets, we saw the changes he made at a mad time. Do you get what I mean? Arteta, don't think you're safe, because we've seen it done before. We've seen the Kroenke move mad. So lose and you'll see. That's what.
Do you know what? The Nuggets point, that's a good point, because even when Mike Malone got sacked, everyone was surprised. Like,
they just come off winning. They were winning. You get what I mean? They weren't a losing team, but they said, nah, bro, everyone's got to go. So don't be surprised if that happens at Arsenal too, if we don't win anything. I feel like Arteta's got his job until the end of the year, but there's Xabi Alonso's out there, you know.
I don't think the manager market's very good. Not very good. I don't think it's big. Like,
no, it's not big, but for Arsenal, remember, Arsenal's the type of club now, you can go and buy a manager if you want one.
Yeah.
So it's open. The only one you're not getting is Pep. But other than that, bro, the world is your oyster. Vincent Kompany, I don't know if he wants to come back to the Prem, but you never know. But this is my thing. Also, last point on what you said about Eze earlier, I feel like he drifts. in games. I feel like he can drift in a game, whereas he's not always engaged. And I think that's a footballing problem with Arsenal. Shirky, as much as like he disobeys Pep and he's a game changer, he never drifts in games. He's always in the game. The ball's always at his feet at some aspect. He always touches it. He goes to places to get the ball. Eze will allow someone else to dictate to him how the game's going to be played. Shirky doesn't let that happen. He goes and dictates the game. Even today against Burnley, the game was rubbish and they weren't playing well like that. But Shirky was at the heart of everything Man City were doing, and he demands the ball everywhere. I think Eze needs to do that sort of thing, because when Trossard comes on the pitch, Trossard's not the player that Eze is, but Trossard is always everywhere, going everywhere and getting the ball. So you do the same thing. So I feel like if we're going to take the next step, if he's going to take the next step as the leader of Arsenal in the creativity department, you got to do what those players do.
And that's where someone like, again, if might have said it previously, if you guys had Bruno, Arsenal would have won the league. Like, I can't believe I've become a Bruno stan, but Arsenal would have won the league because Bruno always wants to get on the ball. It might be doing too much, but the reason why I like him now is because his overall gameplay is calmer, but he always still creates. Do you know what I mean? And I was saying this to Kadeem today at the Palace United under 18s game about, like, in regards to Shirky. Shirky, people will have this perception, it's just, obviously we feel like he's bringing our football back, great football back. He's saving football effectively. But Shirky does things with a purpose as well. Like, he doesn't waste time. He's direct. He wants to kill you. He wants to kill you in style, but he wants to kill you. Do you know what I mean? And that's where I say a lot of players with his ability in the past, it's more so the showboating aspect first, and then that part. Shirky's got a very good mixture. And that's where, like, again, going back to the Arsenal squad, it's like, bro,
there's no one that can do it.
Who's gonna, title-winning teams need Mavericks. Like, even if Arsenal get it over the line, there's no one in their team that makes me think
there'll be no standout, innit?
It'll be our centre-backs.
Like, that, me personally, that's why I've always said you guys were gonna win the league, because you guys don't concede much. That's what it is. Like, if teams do score against you, it's an arm and a leg. It's literally Haaland's goal. It's a wrestle. Shirky's goal. It's magnificent brilliance to do that to Gabriel. Do you know what I mean? Like, whereas City, even though they've not been conceding as much recently, I feel like teams open them up easier. Like, Donnarumma makes bigger saves than Raya does, if that makes sense. Do you know what I mean? Raya makes he's got into this space where he makes a one
sensational save a game.
A game and stuff like that. Donnarumma's 2 or 3. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I was just saying to the boys. Like, if Arsenal just stay in these games, and then just for argument's sake, the final 3-4, Saka's back, Timber's back, blah blah blah. For instance, like, you can see it. Like, Rice looks tired, bro, but he's still going. Like, even Man City game, I don't think he played well, but I had to credit his engine, bruv.
You do know, if Arsenal lose the league, I'm not blaming it on this game that we lost to Man City.
No.
Brentford,
because
when we drew 0-0.
The City game was a very good title not deciding game, but a very good top 2 game. Like, when you just accept whichever team has taken it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But it's Wolves. In fact, it is Wolves when we decided to draw 2-2 because Gabriel and Mr. Raya can't communicate. I.e., Gabriel let the keeper take the ball.
You guys were time wasting at 60 minutes.
60 minutes, yes. That's the foolishness we're on. It's that game. It's Brentford 1-1. It's also Nottingham Forest 0-0. And it's Man United losing 3-2 at home to United, who were just off with new manager bounce. It's those games. It's those games where, do you know why specifically those games? Because in all of those weeks, Man City drop points.
Because I said this to, again, the man.
Every single one of those weeks, Man City drop points.
They brought the Arsenal games up, and I said during that spell, City drew from 2-0 up to Spurs.
Yep.
They drew at West Ham 1-1, if I'm not mistaken.
They lost to United.
Yeah. But, like, City have drawn to 3 of the 4 relegation teams. They drew at home to Nottingham Forest after they'd taken the lead twice. Do you know what I mean? Yep. So, like, that's what Arsenal had opportunities to step on the neck. Obviously, you're not going to win every game. Like, I feel like, for instance, the Man United Arsenal game, I don't see too much into that result as all right, major drop points, because you lot caught us on a bad day. United were really up for it. New manager bounce, everything, and it's actually sustained us to now looking like we're getting Champions League. It's the Wolves one. Brentford, I knew Brentford was going to be a hit or miss. It's that Wolves one for you guys.
It can't be. It can't be. That's the thing. A Brentford can't be hit or miss if you're trying to win a title. That's the problem.
I fully get what you're saying. I just feel like it's those ones where majority of the time you don't win every single. City are the only ones in recent years that go on like this 13-game win streaks. do you know what I mean? Like
I get that.
Them game Xbox game, like
yeah, they've been fake in that sense.
Do you not remember the week? You not remember in the 3 weeks in a row, Man City drew to Sunderland, Chelsea, and then Brighton. 3 weeks in a row.
Yeah. Because
they drew.
The Chelsea caretaker again was the caretaker. Is it McFarlane?
Yeah. After that, they then won one game and then lost to United. So in 5 games, City picked up 6 points out of a possible 15. Arsenal decided to draw, lose. I said, what, you maniacs.
And now City are on for... Now City are, again, they got the momentum and they're rejuvenated because just like that, they're on for a domestic treble.
Exactly.
Obviously,
that's crazy.
They were in all competitions. Like when Arsenal fans were saying quadruple, City were also on for that. Then got knocked out of Champions League. But no one really thought about City winning titles as much. They just accepted it until they beat Arsenal in the Carabao Cup final, and then you're just thinking, oh shit. Obviously now they got Southampton this weekend FA Cup. Even though Saints not you lot out, City have the ability to where they can actually rest Haaland. Because if you can start Marmoush, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's the thing. Arsenal don't have the ability to do that. They have top level 60, 80 million pound plus players coming off their bench. Foden has been sitting there all season, by the way.
Yeah, since Semenyo's come in.
Yeah, Foden has been just chilling.
He's been on the bench. But
John
again,
Stones
like,
is somewhere.
just for argument's sake, Southampton, the team you lot put out, you guys should still be beating them.
But that's what I mean. We weren't good that day. Gabriel was the worst player on the pitch. Max Dowman was our best player on the pitch. Why have I not seen Max Dowman really since those few weeks? He was the spark. When we beat Everton at home.
He's revising, man.
That Everton game, I was like, you guys have
that
won.
Was when I thought we won the league.
Yeah.
That was revising, man.
Charles, who got GCSEs, right? It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, but me again, as a sportsman fan, I'm enjoying to see if Arsenal can take it over the line. Because
don't worry.
It's like NBA, you see it more so with individual players when they're on the brink of winning, and then when they finally do it. Do you know what I mean? On Arsenal's case is a team aspect, so it's just like
I just think Arsenal they shouldn't. You lot shouldn't be discouraged by this, innit? Even though it is discouraging, innit? You just have to fight until the end now.
Well, that's look. I feel like we can win the last 5 games. It's about now if we can score enough goals, because I don't think if City win the last 5 games, I feel like City will win these games by a larger margin. But we have the easier running. I feel like Everton will cause City problems. I think Bournemouth is the one game I'm just looking at. The Aston Villa thing, yes as well, because they ruined our season last year. So please ruin City's this year.
But at that point for Villa, it might be. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I saw yesterday, if they get Europa League finals the same week.
Yeah, here we go.
Or Europa League finals before that City game, they might be on a bender if they win it.
No, I need Nottingham Forest to be lively. Nottingham Forest to be lively.
It's Villa Forest, ain't it?
Yeah. I need Nottingham Forest to be lively.
Because on Arsenal's fixtures, before we go through them, before we finish up, Arsenal don't leave London. Home or away, obviously home, but they don't leave London.
Yeah, see, I would say that's a benefit, but I don't know anymore.
So, all right, so Arsenal's fixtures, Newcastle on Saturday at Let's Go, obviously.
Newcastle.
At home.
That's no problem. Newcastle will be bad.
Newcastle at home.
They're booky, man.
For you guys, Newcastle just recent years, obviously they don't got Isaac anymore, and then Gordon's injured or going through his nonsense. Anyway, Prem games, Newcastle home, Fulham at home, West Ham away, Burnley at home, and then Palace away.
Realistically, this should be 5 out of 5.
It should be.
Realistically. But
Your home and
Arsenal
away
right now,
fixtures is actually in the
it's
right
the right
order.
way. Yeah, you get what I mean. Newcastle, if you're St. James's Park, I would have said me.
Yeah.
But Newcastle at home, I need a 3-0. I need a 3-0. Yeah. I need it.
Listen,
Nothing more.
that's the Arsenal talk I want to hear, fam. Fire!
But then I just need it. Burnley, we need to win 5s. I'll be real. Burnley, you need to be all out. You either win 5-3 or you win 5-0. But we need to be all out. Palace, the same thing.
Mhm.
I need goals.
So
And I'm
do you
saying
think-
goals,
do you
goals,
think your
goals.
tricky ones is bad. The way it's sounding for you is Fulham at home and then West Ham away, because those are your back-to-back Premier League games. But in between that, you've got Atletico. You got Newcastle, Atletico, Fulham, Atletico, West Ham.
The thing is, when we usually go West Ham, we usually win about 5-6-0.
You do.
Sometimes 7.
You lot,
So-
the last couple of years, you lot have been slapping West Ham back-to-back years, but
So
they're fighting relegation, and you play Atletico the second leg couple days before them.
yeah, but then we'll know if we're out in the Champions League or not. If we're still in it, that's the thing. If we're still in
Touche.
it, then we're still going. Because then, if we're still in it, we're taking the momentum and we're moving on. If we're out of it, we need to take momentum because we're out of it and go and win the Premier League. So West Ham, unfortunately, are going to get 5 or 6 regardless.
That's why I think Newcastle, you lot have to beat them, because
Yeah.
this is this Newcastle game on the weekend, for once in, I'd say, recent weeks, even though there was an international break. But there's no midweek game for you guys this week. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Whereas after
First
that,
week of-
there is. That's why I feel
Mm.
like the Fulham West Ham games can be tricky because of the Champions League games in between them.
Fulham can't make anything though, can they? Fulham are playing for like nothing.
No,
Right now.
I'm looking. Funny enough, the table just popped up. They're 5 points. They're 5 points away from 6, and they've got a game in hand, so they can make the Europa League spot.
Okay, that's fine. Arsenal need to give them 4.
Or depending if there's conference as well, because I think the table from like 6 to 12 is like it can just switch for fun.
Yeah, I do know. Yeah. Because obviously Chelsea, with Chelsea and all them teams down there right now.
Chelsea are now 8th because of Bournemouth's draw today. So
What
Brighton
was for a good side?
are 6 on 50, and then Fulham are 12th on 45. But
Yeah.
Brighton, Bournemouth, so 6, 7, 8th have played one game extra than 9, 10th, 11th, 12th. And there's only
Palace
5
and
games.
Newcastle's- Jeez, even Palace and Newcastle are still in the hunt to get them not Champions League, them Europa League and Conference League
Yeah,
spots.
potentially. But Palace are just going to concentrate on the actual Conference League to win it.
Yeah, they're doing well,
Yeah.
man.
So
Their games are very entertaining.
They're good. Do you know what? Palace ain't going to be as easy as I think because they're actually not a bad side right now.
I think if they're in the Conference League final, it will be, because it's final game of the season as well.
But it's at Selhurst.
Yeah. Let me
That's
see
the
when
only
the
thing.
conference
You know,
final
Arsenal at Selhurst
is.
Park is... Arsenal at Selhurst Park. You know, Arsenal, I'll be real. You know, Arsenal, as much as we can't play against teams with a lot of black players, I'll be honest. I'll be very real with you. That's
It's not
that's
the
what we
same
struggle
Palace,
with.
though.
I know, but we struggle with anyone that's got more than 4.
All right, so Conference League final is.
More than 4.
Oh, no, that's Europa League, sorry.
Deji, I'm not joking.
Yo.
When you watch me lose to, just look at who's on the other side. Why do you think we drew to Nottingham Forest? There's black man there.
Yeah, you're a
Brentford.
joker.
There's black man there.
All right, so Conference League, so Europa League final is the Wednesday before the final Premier League game of the season. So Villa, if they get to the final, and if they win it, they might go to the Etihad waived final game. The Conference League final is the Wednesday after the final game of the season. And if Palace get to the final, I don't think they're going to care about the Arsenal game.
Oh, no, they won't. So I need Palace to be in the final.
Yeah.
And then I need Nottingham Forest to beat Villa.
So Villa have fighting for something. Well, I'll say fighting
Yeah,
for something.
just so they want to win. You get what I mean?
Yeah, because they look like they're going to get Champions League anyway.
Yeah. So
Because Villa Villa are with us, and we're both 8 points clear of Brighton, and then 9 of Bournemouth. All right, City's fixtures. Obviously, they get FA Cup this weekend, Southampton at home. But then they've got Everton away, Brentford
Tough
at home,
game.
Bournemouth away.
Tough game.
Palace, they've not rescheduled that actual date yet because that game was meant to be played like last month or something. But Palace at home. And Palace, home or away,
Always.
they
The
always tend to
City's
get...
bogey team.
Yeah,
Yes.
home or away. City can beat them one game in that season and Palace get a draw or win.
Yeah.
Whether Etihad or... And Palace know how to perform at Etihad. And then final game of the season we've been talking about is Villa at home.
Is it Villa at home? Or Villa at Villa Park?
No, Villa at home. I remember early in the season, Villa beat you guys and City back-to-back at Villa Park.
Yeah, see, another day. Another one. Just dropping points. But they beat us last second of the game, Buendia, I remember. Yeah.
And
That's when Villa thought they could win the league.
Yeah, true. And a couple of years ago, when City won the league final game of the season, Villa were 2-0 up against them, if I'm not mistaken. And then City won it 3-2. I think Gundogan, Sterling cross, Gundogan header. But anyway, City's got some hard game. Everton away. We saw that Everton-Liverpool game. Obviously, Liverpool nicked it. Brentford at home. Brentford might just turn up. Bournemouth away. Everyone thinks that's going to be the top of game, innit?
That's the one. If City go to Bournemouth and beat them 3-4-0, that day I'm going to say, the league's done, by the way. I'll actually say...
You said Brighton as well, though, innit, Joe?
Nah, no Brighton.
Oh,
if Brighton were in there as well, but if they go to Bournemouth and win 3-4-0, Bournemouth is one mad place to be going and winning games. They're just on form right now.
Because even though they drew,
well, man.
Leeds, credit to Leeds getting a draw last minute there. Flipping, looking at the table, Bournemouth are 7th in Chelsea's run. Everton are 10th, 2 points behind Bournemouth and a game in hand. And then Brentford are 9th, 1 point behind Bournemouth and a game in hand.
Right. Yeah.
And then Villa are
sticky, man.
top 4. And then obviously Palace are Palacing.